So let's talk about this new EA288 engine for a minute. So this is from the 2016 Golf Volkswagen production engine, and it has an integrated intercooler. This is why I thought it was very attractive to the Vanagon, is to have a very compact piping from the turbo to the intercooler. I really like the fact that the exhaust is also facing back, so we can just have a very quick and easy, reliable muffler system. So I'm very happy about all this. It has an amazing balance shaft system. So this engine has been designed with vibration free in mind, compared to all the other TDI engines I've had. This is by far the most advanced technology in terms of being vibration free, and it shows. I mean, when I'm driving in my van, I forget that it's a TDI. It just feels like an electric car. Even compared to the previous generation, the 2014 engine had quite a bit of vibration, around 3000 RPM. It would just make the cab a little vibrating. So this is pretty exciting. What other feature are really cool about this engine? The open has very good ground clearance. So from the crank to the bottom of the engine, we're looking at a very short distance. The fuel pump is also a new design, so it's new for 2015 plus. It's a nice little system that is synced with the timing belt, so it's extremely quiet. The air filter system is clean. It's a pipe. This is bent down for shipping, but as soon as it's in the van, you just lift it up and it ends up behind the light. But yeah, this pipe is very clean, where it goes to the turbo piping. The oil return line also is a nice heavy duty bar. We got the EGT here, EGT probe that comes straight from the manifold. It's sent to our Texans amplifier to the ECU. Every injectors or solenoid, that's a much more robust than the piezo. So Volkswagen has two types of setups, and for longevity, the solenoid is known to be the way to go. When the piezo have some life cycles, we're talking small difference, but I'm just bringing up the details that I know of. Here is a camshaft, now very easy accessible compared to the previous engine. Previous engine has a camshaft sensor that was extremely hard to reach. This is right here. I can take it off and on. That's good. This is a boost pressure sensor. Oh no, sorry. This is a air temperature. So before the air gets into the engine, we are reading this temperature to make sure it's acceptable. If it's too hot, we will cut the power, because if you put too hot of an air into the engine, you can end up with high combustion temperature and then high AGTs. I mean, it's a cycle. So it's very important to have the sensor. Here we have the air intake temperature. No, the sorry, the boost pressure sensor. So all the boosts that come from the turbo go into that little hose and is being sent to the ECU. That also is extremely important to not overspin your turbo and not put too much pressure in your cylinders. And here is a hose system. So this hose is going to the heater core. I loop it for the bench, so you can ignore this. But these two hoses were divided here go to the heater core, and this is the cold coolant hose. So from the Vanagon, all the cold water is coming back here, goes in the engine, does its thing, cool, and then it comes back out. This are the return line. So there's two hoses in the van connect directly to the stainless steel coolant hose. Here's that. I like those mounts, the new generation of mounts I'm making. They are stainless steel with TIG welds all over. It's pretty sexy and super robust. We've been jumping into the sand dunes with the van and never seen a crack anywhere. So very excited about those mounts. Here is the oil pressure sensor. So that also add a reading for the driver of the exact oil pressure sensor compared to just a oil pressure switch. Oil pressure switch is nice, but if you can have the actual oil pressure sensor, that's even better. You're monitoring your engine like in depth. Here we have the real pressure sensor, so we know how much fuel pressure we have. Fuel temperature too. Fuel temperature, we have a little calibration map. I like the fuel setup on this engine. All the return lines are nice and tidy. They have in and out. That's it. It's pretty nice. Everything is crimped. I am pretty excited about this.